Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. You are now in the den, okay? Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. So this is what you should be watching. Okay, number 31, honey. And this is the Queen Latifah edition. All things Queen Latifah because I love her. Put some respect, okay, on her name. Now, you guys, I had Ended the Road on one of my other what you should be watching this. I finally checked it out. One thing I have to say, though, is who the hell put that mop on Queen Latifah's head? Okay, the disrespect. Okay, the disrespect. I'm so mad that they did that. It almost distracted me from being able to pay attention to the daggone movie, y'all. And I'm going to get a little bit more into that in a minute. But by me watching this, besides thinking about who the hell did this to her head, it also made me think about all of the movies and shows and work that Queen Latifah has given us over these years, honey. She started out as a rap star, honey, and killed that, but then showed that there was so much more to her. And of course, there's some people that are like, wait a minute, Queen Latifah rapped, right? These youngers, they don't be knowing, but yes, she did. Not only did she rap, but she sang, and she's an entrepreneur. She's a cover girl. And yes, she was giving us shows, okay, starting out with Living Single. She even had the Queen Latifah talk show, okay. It may not have been around for a long time, but she definitely left her mark, showed her impact. And when she first started thinking about coming out acting, of course she had somebody that was like, oh no, she can't do it, that's not for her, they don't see it, right? But she moved past all the naysayers and she came through and showed that she could. And all these years later, she is still doing it. She has given us Star, which I'm still pissed, okay, that they did not get a damn season finale or a next season. You know what I'm saying? And Empire did. Like, I'm still trying to understand that. I'm still pissed off by that, very much so, right? And we basically had her show that she can even sing, y'all. She could do musicals. She could do live shows. We had her in Hairspray. We had her in Chicago. We had her in The Wiz Live. We had her play Miss Bessie, okay, Bessie Smith, honey, a blues singer that basically showed her rise in the music circuit and all the hardships that she faced in her life. She killed that daggone role. We had The Secret Life of Bees, where she basically played with, Alicia Keys and Jennifer Hudson. And of course, it was a young girl that came to stay with her mom's friends after running away when her mom, basically passed away and she was living with her abusive father. We had still Magnolias, all right? Now, I still love the original. I ain't gonna lie, okay? Give me the original any day with Miss, who was it? It was, dag, why am I forgetting the names? It was Dana Hara, it was Sally Field, it was Dolly Parton, it was Shirley MacLaine. Give me those originals any day. Julia Roberts, right? But I did respect the fact that they came through with this remake, right? And of course, Still Magnolias is about six friends, Louisiana, that gather together. They go to Truby's Beauty Salon, and they just basically get to bond and discuss life and all the trials and tribulations, and they stick it out with each other and are there for each other no matter what. And I was always here for that, okay? And of course, when she started out in a Living Single, she basically played Khadijah, all right? Head of this daggone magazine. She was living there with her friend and her cousins. Of course, we had Maxine Shaw coming over, stopping by. That was her other friend. We had Regine and Sinclair acting a hot mess. Definitely a classic, right? And then we have Beauty Shop, right? Ice Cube had barbershop. She had Beauty Shop, right? Where she was this hairdresser, Gina Norris. She relocates from Chicago to Atlanta, and she's basically trying to establish herself with this barbershop. Everybody and their mother was in there, right? And Kevin Bacon, this was one of the times that this was definitely a different role for him, and he's one of my favorites. Was like the crazy daggone, owner, landlord or whatever that was coming through, giving her all kind of different problems. One of my favorite movies that I'm probably sure I mentioned up here before, Last Holiday, where she discovers that she's terminally ill. She was this introverted person that was never doing nothing, a salesperson that basically, her name was Georgia Bird. And when she finds out she's sick, she like, bump that. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna live my life, I'm gonna travel, I'm gonna eat what I want to eat because I'm gonna die anyway, right? This is what she's basically thinking, because all before she was being scared, she wouldn't eat certain things, she wouldn't go certain places, she wouldn't do certain things. But when your life, it's hanging in the balance, that starts to give you a different outlook. Just Wright, where she played with Common and she was a physical therapist, Leslie Wright, and she's basically ends up landing this job when he gets hurt on the basketball court. Okay, Common was playing Scott McKnight, and of course, she ended up doing more than just helping him with his injuries. Later down the line, that was just like this love story. So she's shown that she could do comedy, she could do drama, she could do action. Like, don't ever underestimate or say that Queen Latifah can't do something. Another one of my favorites, Bringing Down the House, where she basically has, Steve Martin is this lawyer, Peter Sanderson, who wants to get back into dating after he's divorcing from his wife. But when he meets Charlene, played by, Queen Latifah, of course, this is something that is very unexpected, okay? And you cannot leave out the iconic Set It Off. Like, nothing else to be said. Cleo, period. Okay? And of course, later down the line, we had Girls Trip with basically Tiffany Haddish, Jada Pinkett Smith. I can't remember who the other person was, but this was four best friends that had kind of grown apart over the years, and they get together. They end up turning this work vacation into a girls trip in New Orleans, and it is a hot daggone mess. When that first came out, I was watching it over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and I laughed every single time. So she covers it across the board, and don't think that I was going to leave Ice Age out, okay? She's even out here doing it for the kids, okay? Ice Age, I can watch all of those. We know that is basically about the, Mammoth family and they travels, them trying to interact and raise their daughter Peaches, and also having to find, a new home and leave their lands and all of that. Yes, I get all up into the Ice Age too, okay? I'm not discriminating against any of it. And so, she even came through with her show, The Equalizer, which I absolutely loved. There was some people that said they couldn't see her playing that role. That didn't fit for her. Again, they don't see her playing action. And listen, art is subjective. We all like different things. I get it. But I was completely here for her playing Robin McCall, okay? She's kicking behinds and taking names. I'm here for every minute of it. She's a former CIA operative. If you have not been watching The Equalizer, please get into it, okay? And she uses her extensive skills, okay, to help those with nowhere to turn. And so, yes, baby, yes, okay. Give me anything with Queen Latifah, right? And then she also played earlier this year in a movie that was on Netflix as well called Hustle. It was with Adam Sandler. If you have not seen that, check it out, right? And she basically was playing his wife, and he was this down luck, basketball scout or whatever that discovers this extraordinary player abroad. And she just was like, that motivator, that put the battery in his back type of, inspiration. Also had her own, little string she could pull and people she could reach out to help him get what he needed to get. And I was here for it. And so I say all of this to say I love Queen Latifah. You give me any Queen Latifah movie. I mean, Bone Collector's another one, right? Joyful Noise. We could go on and on and on. She's been freaking co-stars, guest starring and stuff like that in other shows and movies as well. Started producing her own movies. You name it, this lady has it underneath her belt, right? All around entertainer. And so when End of the Road came out and I seen the preview for it and I'm seeing her and Ludacris, I'm like, absolutely, I'm there. I wouldn't give a dag if it was in the movies. I was gonna watch it. If it's on Netflix, I'm gonna watch it. If it's on Hulu, I'm gonna watch it. I am all the way here for all things Queen Latifah, y'all. And so, of course, like I said, when I first went to watch it, I'm like, who put this here on her? Why is her hair like this? What is happening here? What are we doing? What is going on? I'm confused, right? Was a little distracted, okay? But I still tried to get into it. And we know that this was supposed to be a story, a road trip thriller with this grieving family that's driving from LA to Houston, right? And they become a target, honey, because basically, you know, she has to move or whatever the case may be, right? Her husband passes away and, you know, things is hard. They have to give up the house. She's supposed to be taking her family to go with her brother. Go with her mother. We have Ludacris playing her brother, and I was just kind of like, why is Ludacris looking so goofy and acting so daggone goofy, right? Was a little lost at first. Initially, I thought he was going to be her husband, and it was like, okay, it makes more sense. He's her brother. She has 2 kids, a daughter and a son. And basically, after they witnessed this murder, honey, that is why they have this mysterious killer on their tail, and they gotta go ahead and get up out of there. Now, overall, I enjoyed the movie. I'm not gonna lie. I laughed. I will say that I enjoyed Hustle a little bit more, right? In my son's case, he said that he enjoyed this more than he enjoyed the Jamie Foxx Day Shift. We can agree to disagree on that, right? Like I said, art is subjective. I also like the fact that she was kicking butt in this too. Like I said, anytime Queen Latifah was kicking butt, I'm here for it. She was giving me that same type of energy she gives me from Equalizer. And if I'm not mistaken, one of the producers, I'm sorry, I don't know her name, but from the Equalizer was the same one that worked on this as well. So I'm like, yeah, you can tell that with how the action sequences was when it was time for her to go ahead and kick behind. I was definitely here for that. But there was other things that I wasn't too happy about, okay? I'm just going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it real, but you watch it for yourself, honey, and you tell me what you think about it. But just the fact that if you hearing some noises, okay, and you hearing gunshots, what we doing? First of all, we ducking, we moving the heck out the way, and we trying to go in the opposite way of the gunshots, not to it. I don't give a daggone if I'm a nurse or not, okay, honey? We not doing that. We ain't no black people coming out talking about, oh, what's there, hello, who's there, and all of that, and checking stuff. So they was pissing me off with that. I was like, what are y'all doing? What is going on here? No, that's a no for me, dog. Like, that's not what we gonna do right now, right? And that kind of took me off. Certain aspects of what, you know, her brother was doing was taking me off at times. And then I felt like, girl, what you doing at times? Because she started giving me Florida Evans at times. But I don't want to like spill the tea and tell you guys all about it. Like I said, there may be another day that I will do like a more in-depth recap, okay, if anybody is interested in it. But I'm just wondering, like, if anybody did watch it, because now I think enough time has passed by where most people should have, right? And if you didn't, you know, check it out for yourself and come back, let me know, put it in the comments, tell me what you thought about this movie, tell me what your favorite Queen Latifah movie is, or episode, or any show, or any song, or any record, whatever. Let's discuss, let's just shine a light, okay? Shine a light on her. Hey, shine a light on her. Hey, let's just shine a light on all things Queen Latifah, okay? And let's talk all about it. Put it in the comments. Let's discuss. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you are so inclined. Give me a wave. Let me know you came by. I'll put some flames up in the sky. All right, y'all. Toodaloo. Next